So anyway, now I'm on Strikers Island, and I'm gonna show you the farm route. And you know, it's the highest probability of finding collections that I've used since I've been playing this game. So the reason why I came by here is because sometimes one will be sitting right here in this corner, and that's why I always check. And if you're lucky, one will be out here, but you know, very seldom do they come out here. And there's an investigation or briefing right there. But I come up here and I check that ledges because sometimes one will magically appear there. And I check back in this corner by one of my other bases. So there's one that sometimes spawn in here. And if you see selected base, so my ice character and my atomic villain both have a base right here. So that's why I come out here. And I went too high up. So I check right here, and also you can check right down here because sometimes one will be there. So that's why I said, you know, and then you come around here, sometimes one will be sitting down here, and oh, that was some lag. Then you check right in between these two rocks on both sides of it because sometimes one will be sitting right down there, and also in that little corner right there. So that's why I kind of grazed through there real quick. And then I come up here, I pop down there, and then I look right under this ledge because people don't look under the ledge too often, but sometimes one will be down in here somewhere. So then go down here and you check back here because sometimes one will be right back here in the corner. So that's why the collections, you know, like I said, I may not be a pro at, you know, my artifacts and different things, but when it comes to finding stuff in this game, DC hasn't changed this stuff in many moons. Check down here, and you check this corner right here. Yeah, you always check this corner because sometimes one will be there, and usually that's usually the blue toothbrush tends to spawn there or right here on the entry area. So then you come up, you look down between those little columns because sometimes one will magically spawn down there. So then you come this way, and I wasn't sure what I saw right there. Nope, nothing. So then you come around the outsides, you just do a run right here. And if your volume's up, sometimes you'll hear the humming sound of the collection. And you always want to check this corner right in here, because sometimes a collection will pop right there, you know. So then you come up here, you fly around in here, you come this way, and you know, I kind of do this systematically on the routes because, you know, you come through here and you're gonna miss collections. And when you come down here, and the reason why I'm in the DPS role is because these ads are cake. I mean, they're really easy. So you just kind of graze around and look in these corners, and you just check down here too, because sometimes they'll spawn on the ground, and you're like, what? I never seen one there before. So that's why I'm just kind of low flying it through here, and you know, just kind of grazing everything. And like I said, the ads here, if you're a higher level, they're no problem. But if you're a baby and you're using your baby to farm, I would suggest not getting too close to the ground because those ads will one-shot you, especially if you're like level 25 or level 30. You know, I also want to check down here by this big purple monkey, because right in that area, sometimes the collection will be right in between those columns. Hello. I don't know why he stopped. I'm getting kind of lag right now, so I apologize for that. Then you come up here and you check these areas, because sometimes one will be right in here or right on the outsides. So that's what I'm just kind of looking for right now, is the, you know, the sleeping ones. There's one down right below me. Yeah, see what I mean? And I was going to show you this, but there was nothing there when I went by the first time. So that there one is actually part of one of the ones that you're going to need to collect for any of the base amenities that come from here, which I can't remember. I just know that these ones are for base amenities. The other one at Strykers Island, I knew what it was for. The prison library collection, that gives you one of the base items. I can't remember. And then you got the toothbrush collection, that gives you another type of collection. So anyway, that's the quick run I run around the island. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I've flown it so many times. And I'm going to fly back down here, and I'm going to glide around the grassy area, because sometimes one will magically appear out here in the grass. And if you have them, radar enhancers are great to use. So just a piece of advice, if you have radar enhancers, as soon as that new Batman's coming out, he's going to make those radar enhancers kind of obsolete. So I'm going to stop in here, I'm going to grab some out of my base real quick, and okay, so I have a radar enhancer up. Okay, now let's start looking around. So let's take a graze around the island. And like I said, I've already collected all the collections, or not the collections, but the briefings and investigations. So the only thing that's going to pop up are little question marks in that right mini-map. So if you're wondering what the mini-map is, that's what it is. It's that thing in the right corner. So I'm just trying to help people out, you know, because I got trolled the other day, and I was like, man, why are you going to troll me, man? I only make videos usually to help people other than me, you know, venting a little frustration out the other day, you know. And somebody trolled me, so I was like, okay. And that's the problem with DC community sometimes. Nobody wants to help each other. They just want to dog each other like, oh, I'm a better this and I'm better that. I don't care. See? Right down there in the corner. See what I mean? So, as you see, that question mark is right where I told you that I was looking. So, that one there is part of the other base item. Let me come up here and I'll show you what the name of that type collection is. It's not the toothbrush collection, it's the shivs and shanks. So, the shivs and shanks and the prison library are the two that give you a base amenity from this one. And they are part of the master detective feat that gives you a half a skill point for accomplishing all briefings, investigations, and collections for the end game. So if you don't have that feat, I would suggest you look in your general and look it up, because it should be in there somewhere. And I just seen a question mark up there. So
who wants some?
Yeah. Okay, I guess you're down below. Okay, so like I said, you gotta check these ledges. They're all over the place. So, like I said, Maggie Sawyer is one I would delete all day long. So, as you're flying around, if you got radar enhancers, or say once that new Batman comes out, because he's going to make it more efficient for you to pick these up, I would suggest, if you don't have the collection thing, I would suggest you get the Batman. But if not, then, you know, just invest in radar finders, or radar enhancers, whatever they call them, you know. And see, right there between the columns. So I said, you gotta check between them as you're going by, because you're gonna miss them, trust me. Especially if you're farming in the daylight. Yeah, that one. And like I said, I've used these farm routes for the longest of times, and this here concludes my tour at Strykers Island. And like I said, this is pretty much garbage, but these two collections here, the shivs and shanks and the prison library, are going to be the ones that you're going to want to collect out here, because they give you another base in there. And say you go to, say, one of your friends' bases, and you know they got what do you call say they got all 8 base amenities in their base, and you're wondering how did they get them. Well, if they're an older player, they didn't really need to go to the, what do you call, broker, or not the broker, the DC marketplace. They could have actually came out here and farmed these.